Hello and welcome to a little bit of an overdue episode from us here at Submit Wrestling Cards. Again, it's been a calendar problem. Calendars haven't quite met up as much as we would like, but we're here now, and we are hoping to give you a very informative episode. So, I have to introduce my. I've run out of compliments, haven't I? I start moving on to insults yet, or do I compliments?
Do whatever you want, Jack. I was going to say Luke to my butch or Smash to my axe, you know, because it's one of them.
Yeah. The foon to my tie. No, terrible. Right, okay.
I just my knobs to my sags.
Right,
Not good.
now we're talking. Now we've gone proper gutter. All right, fair enough. Right, okay, yes, my how should I put this? My kind-hearted co-host. There we go. There we
God,
go. That was a little bit
have you
soft.
got someone else?
But no, Kev, take it away. What are we going to be talking about today?
Tag team wrestling cards. There it was, all in the giveaway. So, yeah, we've got that. Little bit of news. Have we got anything else, Jack? Something like a bit of a pack opening or
We might have.
anything like that?
Yeah, we might have figured out or
Ah,
taken some severe technological advancements in our setup, and we might be able to do some pack opening live with reactions from me and Kev. So we're going to try it.
oof.
First time, we'll give it a go, and if it works, we've got plenty of packs to go through for the future episodes. So, yeah, we'll go through from we'll give it a go and see how that works. But yeah, let's kick off with some news, some pretty big news in the card world. Kev,
Yeah.
tell them what's happened.
1981 Hulk Hogan Poppy card, which some say is his rookie card, which it's a massive card either way. I don't know the exact figures, but apparently it's broke the figures of $126,000, which was the Rock's trading card last year. And the person buying it, Jeremy, he's over on Twitter, great guy, and he's been saying it's going to be the next Michael Jordan of pop culture trading cards, which to a degree, I get what he's saying. But again, you know, people say I got a wrestling card. What's the point? And it's yeah. There's your answer. People are loving all this stuff, and it keeps growing and growing.
Yep. Well, I think when you mentioned it to me the other day, we had a little bit on your point there about people kind of thinking that wrestling cards aren't as big, or they're not as they're not as widely received, let's say, as other sports cards. What I'd said to you at the time, and I still think this stands true, is it's taken the NFL nearly 50 or 60 years to have games over here in the UK. We don't have any NBA
Yeah,
basketball
very
games
true.
over here in the UK. We don't have any baseball games over here in the UK. And when I'm saying games, I mean like actual, teams playing against
Matches, yeah, face to face, yeah, yeah, yeah,
We just don't have them over here.
yeah.
Whereas wrestling from the early 90s, we know was doing tours of Europe. They were going around Japan. They were going, obviously, in the UK, South America. They were worldwide. And these other sports weren't doing that. But again, let's flip this around a little bit. People inside America laugh at football, the English football, because they think it's a silly sport and it's not very popular, but it is one of,
Growing,
at least in the top
yeah,
three sports of the world. It just because America doesn't like it doesn't mean it's not big around the rest of the world.
no,
So it's I think that plays into it a lot, and we know we've spoke about this before. The snobbery of collectors, not just with cards. We see it with figures. We see it anything. I mean, I collect all kinds of stuff, and there's snobbery always across the board with those things. And again,
100%. I
it's
think people just don't understand, do they? Then,
mm,
of course, when they get into the hobby or whatever it is, and it's like, oh, actually, I get the buzz of this. It's
yeah,
better than chasing a lot of other things out there, isn't it? So,
it
by
absolutely.
the way, I was going to say, you're on about like the fans and like having shows over in the UK. Did you see Backlash last night for WWE?
Oh, in France.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some lively crowds, but I was watching parts of it. I was like, holy crap, this is amazing. The fans were absolutely 10 out of 10. It was like, whoa.
I read about it early this morning after I got up on one of the chat groups that I have for wrestling. And I read about them. The people were saying that the French were absolutely bonkers.
Yeah.
Proof in point, amazing. It's massive. But again, it's talking about and let's just divert the conversation ever so slightly here, and let's look at the actual monetary value of this card. So how much was the card bought for? Do you say 180,000? Did you say?
I haven't got a price, but it's above The Rock. What was it last year? $126,000
Okay.
apparently. So
Okay, so if we know that it's going to be at least 120,000. It's going to be a bit higher than that. And do you think that someone saying this is going to be the first $1 million wrestling card, do you think they're doing that because it's in their best interest because they've just bought the card for 180,000 or 150,000 and they want people to believe
possibly
it's going to be $1 million card? Because again, if you can pump those numbers up, you're winning every day because it's great.
of course. Yeah.
Is that leading by example? Do you think that's going to have a knock-on effect to other cards and their prices and valuations?
Eventually, I think obviously Hogan's a big one, Andre Flair, but I'm noticing myself now it's trickling down to like the Macho Man. He's getting a lot of recognition. Then when's it going to be someone like John Cena's turn or someone else? There's always someone else to go at, isn't there? But I think what it is, it takes time, and that's with all sorts of sports, isn't it? I mean, the guy was mentioning in 1999, it was $150,000 for a Mickey Mantle card that is now the rarest card ever, sort of thing. So that's what his projections are. That's where he's seeing it. If he's above and beyond us and knows the game, then what a great investment on his behalf. I'd take my hat off to the guy. But what I like about it is that he's bringing more eyes into wrestling cards.
Which is what we've said this quite enough, I think, over the year. The more eyes we have on the hobby, the better it is for everyone. And it's well, the only thing it doesn't really help are the real collectors that want to sort of collect all the rainbows and one of ones because they're all going to get snaps up. Okay, makes that slightly harder, but it doesn't mean that they lose any love for the chase. They're still going to want to chase those cards. But yeah,
of course,
it'd be interesting now to see how long he holds on to this card for and what he eventually then sells it on for. And let's see how that fluctuates in price. You could find in 6 months that no one's interested and everyone's laughed at him and he has to sell it for cheaper. We just don't know at this stage. We don't know. Unlikely, but we just don't.
Very true. It again fetches more eyes onto the prize, sort of thing, doesn't it?
Exactly. Right. Shall we try our new technological advancements?
Yeah, go for it.
Let's give it a go. Let's see how this works. Right.
Yeah.
So the camera quality is a bit naff because it's trying to stream via Wi-Fi, but I can't do much about that. But anyway, we can do some live pack opening. So let's get some of these opened up and let's see. What should we do first? We've got 2 slam attacks or we've got the 93 sticker pack. What do you want to do first?
Definitely got to be a slam attacks, hasn't it?
All right, let's do a slam attack.
Yeah.
See what
again, I think these slam attacks don't get enough credit. Some great cards amongst this. Like, here we go, we got. Ooh. The Way.
Way, yeah, not sure.
Tony Nese. Are you sure these are wrestling? Marcel Maffa. Trent Seven, yes. Good guy. Tegan Knox. Cameron Grimes. Chelsea Green, that's a good one. She's partnered up with Matt Cardona, am I right? Yeah.
I'll take your word for it on that one, Kev.
Yeah.
Lashley.
Bobby Lashley. Kyle O'Reilly. And what's that one there? Adam Cole. That's a great pickup. That's a nice addition. Pack, isn't it? Adam Cole. And the upside down. Oh, man. Is that a cool Ultimate Warrior? Yeah. Legends card? That's all right.
Yeah, it's a shiny. And then on the back, Rhea Ripley.
No, that isn't a rookie card, is it?
I don't think so.
No, it's one of the early ones of Rhea Ripley, that's for sure.
There.
Oof.
Right.
We're going
We'll do,
slam attacks again, yeah.
yeah, we'll finish on the 93.
Yeah, fair enough. Alaya. Kushida. Can't read that one. The Hurt Lock. Okay. Nice card though. Plenty of colour to all these. Alpha Academy. Belt cards. I do not understand belt cards. Jackson Riker. Big guy. Matt Riddle, he's kind of fell off the edge of wrestling, hasn't he? A touch there. Mercedes Martinez. Claymore. Is that Sheamus involved there? Top right. No, it's not, is it? No. Oh, it's what's his name? Gallows. Bailey. Rhea Ripley again. Cool card. And a cool one of Bailey. Yeah, so it's Drew Galloway, isn't it? That was a
Yes, yes.
Claymore kick, sorry. Yeah, get mixed up. All right, this is the interesting one for me. Stickers. So what do we need? Some shiny stuff.
You always need the shinies.
1, 2, 3 kid. Take a 1, 2, 3 kid. Bret Hart. And anything by Mr. Perfect.
Oh dear.
Oh, he's dropping the gold here. Wow.
What a sticker. What the
Someone's hotel.
Oh,
Legs 11.
Diesel.
Diesel, yeah. 192. Oh, it's me. I mean, Bastian Booger. 1/2 of the Bushwhackers. Ludwig Borger. He was quite a good guy, wasn't he? And is this a shiny? 43. Is that Yokozuna?
Shiny.
Oh,
Twice. That's twice.
that will be.
Pulled this one the other day. Literally pulled this
Wow.
one. Wow.
It looks quite well centered as well. It's not bad.
Look at that. That is a beaut.
That'll do.
That'll do.
That'll go with any Hasbro wrestling figure.
Oh, yes. If only there was a market for people buying up hollows and then stick them in cases. Right.
Wow.
That's there we
Something
go.
different. A nice little pack opening there.
There we go. That worked, didn't it? That was all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. That was a nice little shiny. I think that's probably one of the best shinies out of the whole lot.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that was good.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Right. Let's
10 out of 10.
let's get cracking, shall we? What have we got?
Oh.
So this
Yeah,
is
so
yes, this is on you now.
well, obviously this is my pick for the tag team lot then. So I've just gone for this one because it's Bushwhackers, but Luke to the left, look how angry he looks. I was like, that isn't a Bushwhackers. They were really friendly, and obviously they were sheep herders before Bushwhackers, but that's a different story. WWF, they were like prime time happy guys, weren't they?
Yeah, and I think they were very well received as babyface. They never went heel. They carried that comedic value, I think, which was for a lot of wrestlers at that time. They couldn't pull off the comedy, but the Bushwhackers were fan favorites for a lot of fans. So I think in that sense, that always good to see them on the cards. And this is no different, that they're sort of almost playing up to their persona of just being sort of almost a bit clownish. Even to their attire, they took bike marks out of their hats. I mean, it's just a silly little touch, but it works so well. It makes them look a bit loopy and a bit bonkers, which was perfect.
Brilliant. Yeah, so that's my reasoning for picking that. No rarity to it. Just the fact I love this card, and speaks 1980s, 1990s WWF.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great, fantastic tag team. Oof, these two guys. So, natural disasters, earthquake, typhoon. I like the color on this, believe it or not. The black and the white, how it all merges into one.
Yeah, good point. Actually, it's a really, really good. It's almost sort of pitch perfect the color of the border to sort of Typhoon and to Earthquake, isn't it? It's really
Yeah,
it's identical.
so good. And this is my favorite set, the 91 Merlin lot. So,
Mm.
uh, two great big guys. I don't think you can get a better natural disasters card than this one. I'd
Yeah,
like to be proven wrong.
yeah, I'd agree. What do you think? So obviously the Hasbro for Earthquake was blue. They went away from the red for Earthquake, but Typhoon stuck with the red, and they kind of then went with red and blue
Yeah.
from that point onwards. Do you think that was better, or should they have stayed with this color scheme of red, white, and black?
Oh, I don't know, because I love that figure as well with the earthquake, but I would have liked to seen Series 4 fetching a natural disasters version
Mm,
of Earthquake. It's a tough one because with that it was all ready to go as Tugboat. I think they made a 2-up figure for it, and it was only 3 weeks away from being produced that they had to pull a plug on the action figure.
mm.
So obviously that was like quick turn. We'll just do like Typhoon head with an earthquake body. They both look the same anyway.
Yeah, and how nice was
Amazing.
Red when we met him at the For the Love of Wrestling.
Oh, such a great guy.
Yeah,
I'd love to have met Earthquake actually.
mm. Yeah, I think everyone says
Yeah.
this guy as well.
It, there's a thing, is it Dark Side of the Ring, where I think year 2001, 2002, he's just a truck driver or working in a shop. It's like, you can't do that, you're Earthquake. You headline SummerSlam 1990 with Hogan. It's like, but again, great wrestlers, great card. Wow, this one, right. This is from the WWF 1998 Superstars lot, and it's the New Age Outlaws, the rookie, if you like, of these two. Obviously not as singles, but going back to that time, DX and mate, back then they were ruling the roost. New
Yeah,
Age Outlaws, DX, yeah, China, Triple H, HBK. It was just, oh,
almost.
this it says a lot about my youth, I think, Jack.
No, I agree, and I think if I was to say to you whose theme music popped more, DX or the New Age Outlaws,
Yeah,
think
I'd probably go.
how often when the New Age Outlaws music came on, did everyone just scream out the lyrics and just go mad for them coming out, almost like more so than watching them wrestle.
Yeah.
And
Then everyone would sing along to it, wouldn't they? Oh, you didn't know.
exactly, and going back to that when we met Fred For the Love of Wrestling, both New Age Outlaws were there, and I kept hearing it throughout the day. People shouting exactly that. Oh, you didn't know, and
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
no one goes up to Shawn Michaels or Triple H anymore and goes dum dum. You know what I mean? No one's doing that, are
Yeah,
they? It's not happening.
no, not really. No,
What
but
do you
like you look at these two and like the attitude that they had at the time, and like, oh, there's two blokes that's out of their mind doing crazy shit.
mm,
It was actually like real life as well. So, like the lives that I wouldn't say were a mess, but they were going through battles, I suppose, and they got on with it and
yeah.
they brought it to the ring to a degree.
And just as so for people that might just be listening to this, rem remember or think back to how Billy Gunn is in AWE at the moment with his scissor me catchphrase. If you're looking at this card, he hasn't really changed that much to just open up his two fingers to have his because he's pointing with two fingers at
Very
the
true.
moment if you're not looking at the card. So he's pointing with two fingers. So all he's had to do now just to keep his gimmick alive is just split his two fingers. And there you go. He's carried on for another 30 years from that point. Um,
Class.
an interesting point there. But again, it's with these. So this is the 98 Superstars set. The 99 SmackDown set was the same. No borders. They just look like
Nope.
small.
Yeah.
So what,
Yeah. That's.
what do you think? Because I mean, I know what you think, but tell the people. They want to know,
Yeah.
Kev, about
It
cars.
is missing a bit, isn't it? It's that you need like a border or like even on the bottom of it, like a flash saying like the New Age Outlaws because they do look a bit bland.
Even
But
just
like,
the logo of the wrestlers, something like that. You need something on there, otherwise it just looks like a small photo.
Photograph. Yeah. Comic images, isn't it? So I'm not a massive fan of their stuff. Oh, right. This one is from Mayhem 2010 WWE Slam Attacks, and it's the Uso brothers. So you got Jay and Jimmy Uso with the manager in the middle there. And it got me thinking to WrestleMania 40, how they're fighting each other. And is it Jay Uso that gets a crowd going with his hands and everyone's bouncing and involved with it? 15 years down the road, I wouldn't say the headline in WrestleMania, but they're playing such a big part in WrestleMania. The lineage, the Rocks family, they're all there involved. Just a fantastic card, and to think of where their careers got to after this. So that's my reason for induction. What we saying, Jack?
I think the green is a wrong color to go with the
Hmm.
Uso brothers here. I mean, they've got their kind of color, which is like a sort of like a magenta purple on their attire. I think that would have been a slightly better color to go here. However, I don't know.
Yeah.
The card itself is very good. It's it's a great design card. I mean, most of the cards from that set are pretty well designed. I'm not a massive fan of some of the Slam Attack stuff because I think there's too much going on the card. This one's not so bad. Not so bad. I'm not going to put it as one of my favorites, but I'm not going to say it's a bad card.
Bit of credit to the Usos, I thought, so I thought I'd include them, but I see your points. Definitely. Oh, yes, look at this one. Your favorite set. That's why I've included this.
You can even see the whiting on this card. I mean, it's just all the
Yeah.
terrible.
Oh, well, one of the reasons I've included this one is Slick. Like, look at him right in the middle of it all. And these two should have had the tag team titles in 91. Who's it against? Demolition?
Have they ever had the
Really?
titles? They must have done, surely.
Not Power and Glory.
Really?
They never, no, they never really got the push. It's like, I used to hate Power and Glory back then with a passion. It's like, they're just so annoying and like, they always like get a lucky win or what have you. I watch him back now. I'm like, that is like pure tag team heel. It's like they work the hell out of a crowd. And having Slick alongside him, you just don't see the guy today, do you?
No, and I think so. There's a few points with this card that I think is really really good. So Slick didn't get enough, and still I don't think gets enough credit for the craft of the heel manager. He done an extremely good job of it. Played the crowd very very well. Was always there for the ref bumps. Was always there for the backhanded sort of tricks to win the matches. Always on point. Never botched anything. Really really good, solid worker. Both Power and Glory. I mean, again, I absolutely agree with you. I hated them when I was watching it, when I was that sort of younger, watching them. I think I had it was a Superstars tape, and they were on I think they were up against LOD. And I loved LOD. I think that's probably why I didn't like Power and Glory, because I wanted LOD to win so much, and they did. They win the match. However, looking back at it now, it's a great match, and Power and Glory.
No.
I mean, I'm you telling me now they never got the titles. I'm shocked. I would have assumed they would have at least had them at least once.
Yeah, I think it was down to something like an injury to Paul Roma, or it could have been both of them that they didn't get the titles. So, but they had matches with like the Rockers, Demolition,
Mm,
and again, like Slick, they just don't get enough recognition for today.
yeah, yeah, it's a
Great
shame.
tag team.
It's a good card. It's framed well. It's a side card, so it's a sideways card, which some people get annoyed with. I don't particularly like them, but I think it's a good card. And yeah, it's a good picture and it's framed well. As couldn't
Yeah,
ask for
your
more.
favorite set.
And it's
Your
my
favorite set.
Yeah, absolutely. I love this. I think it's amazing. I never ever see these cards ruined on eBay.
Every week.
20p, I never see that.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Like, how could I not include these two? High Energy,
Yeah,
Owen
I
Hartman.
feel a bit bad because I didn't put them in my set.
Oh, what's he doing?
Yeah, I
But
messed up
I,
there.
I think like they work together, him and Coco, Frankie as well. Just man, I miss Owen Hart's. Oh, he's just one of the all-time greats. And you know what? It's about 25 years this month. I think it's the 19th of May,
Oh wow.
99 that he passed away. So yeah, it's from the 92 set as well with well, they call it his rookie, but I don't think it is.
Mm.
Picking that set up just brings back some really good memories.
So I
So
think
much color to this card, you know.
that's exactly. I was just going to say that. So obviously,
Yeah.
High Energy were tropical neon colors, which was really in fashion at the time. Those bright neon, sort of Fresh Prince of Bel Air colors, which is exactly what they wore for their attire, which matched them perfectly because it was bright, it was full of energy. Looking at the card, it's from the gold series, so it's black border, but the actual border of the card itself is tropical and neon as well. So the border matches the attire of the wrestlers, which to me always ticks multiple boxes. And I think, oh, that's a great design, well done. You know, whoever decided that, brilliant. You know, take my hat off to them.
Yeah.
So I think in this instance, it's a really, really, really good card. And again, if it is, well, we know there's some controversy over Owen's rookie, whether it's the 92 or whether it's the blue blazer from the 87 set. Either way, this card's great. Love it.
Yeah. That's why how can we not include that one?
Well,
Is that all I've picked, or have I got any more to come? Or
give me a second and I'll have a look. Let's.
sure, I've got more.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, I got loads. I got loads more to come.
Where
Yes.
oh, gone? Oh, hang on a second. There we
There
go.
we go. Oh,
Yeah,
next one.
yeah. Don't know why that didn't.
Brothers. Yeah. Brothers of Destruction, Kane and the Undertaker. Tops Face Off set 2007. I had to include these two guys in. It's the
Yeah,
Undertaker.
yeah, yeah. I agree. I absolutely agree. I think what I will say, what I don't like about this card, and that's nothing to do with the card, but I didn't like it when Kane was unmasked. I always thought
Yeah,
should have kept his mask on. I thought that was a much better sort of part of it.
definitely. Yeah.
So anything with Kane unmasked, I always think is a bit annoying. However, to have Taker in a tag team with Kane, they were absolutely brutal, and yeah, they certainly don't get enough credit as a tag team, and they worked really, really well together as well. So yeah, great tag team.
My question then is, what other Undertaker tag team cards are out there?
Um,
That's the question.
wasn't he with Mankind for a bit?
Ooh, we'll have to have a look. We'll have to search it out. Or if anyone's watching, let us know.
Yeah, I'm got a
Ooh.
feeling he was with Mankind for a little bit. I'm trying to.
Mm.
What was I looking for the other day? And I spotted that. I think I was looking for how many titles Mick has held, and I think I ended up stumbling
Yeah.
across his tag team time. And I don't know.
Of
I might
course.
be making this up completely off the top of my head here, but I'm fairly certain Undertaker had a little run with Mankind.
Oof. Something to look through. Something to check. And this, the last one, the British Bulldogs, because for me, Dynamite Kid is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. And how can you not include the British Bulldog?
Great card, really, really good card.
Yeah.
Really early on with their career. Well, not early on in their careers, but I think early on for a lot of people being introduced to them, especially with the WWF.
Yeah.
I always thought that. See, when I started watching wrestling, so I'm going to give you a little trip down memory lane here from me. When I started watching wrestling, Davey Boy Smith had already split from Dynamite. Dynamite had already
Yeah.
been off, so I never saw them as a tag team. So I didn't know they were a tag team. It was only until later in my sort of appreciation of wrestling did I realize he was in a tag team, and then I found out about Dynamite Kid. So I always thought that he was a really good individual worker. I always thought he was a great solo worker. This I'm talking about Davey Boy here, and I
Davy Boy,
honestly
yeah.
great on his own. And it was only until I went back and watched his tag matches that I thought this is on a whole different level. And then I realized it was mainly down to how good Dynamite Kid was and how he
Yeah.
was able to carry a match. And you can watch it. You go back and watch. And I guarantee anybody watching now, at the end of this, go find a match with Dynamite Kid in with the British Bulldogs with Davy Boy, and watch how he carries and commands what happens with the match. Watch it, because he does it, and you don't. It's really subtle things that he does as well, but you can see him doing it, and it's really, really interesting to see that craft. And then you kind of put two and two together and go, well, that's why Davy Boy ended up being as good as he was. He had all that backing from, Stu Hart and
yeah.
Hart Foundation. And then that as a pedigree to start with was just mind blowing.
Amazing, mate. And I think another thing that I like about this card is like the design where it's got the British Bulldogs in the red and the yellow. It's from the OPG set. I think it's 1985. I don't think it's a rookie. I think there's a Japanese one that's earlier, but it doesn't have to be that, does it? I just love the card, both of them, how good they were. You don't get too many of them together, the British Bulldogs.
No, I don't remember seeing too many of them. But yeah, I'd take you. Absolutely agree with you. It's not even they didn't really have a logo as far as I was aware, but just having it in that kind of comic book style explosion sort of logo at the bottom, I think it's really, really well. And the photos by Steve Taylor, it says on the side there. So well done, Steve. Great photo. Obviously, Steve's a great guy. Everyone knows Steve. He's amazing. Yeah, Steve. I'll go Steve-O. Yeah, I have no idea.
I think it could have been something like Pablo interviewed him years back. He's
Oh,
like
really?
one of the old photographers for WWF. I bet he's got some stories to tell. And I wonder how many of his photographs are on our wrestling cards.
Well, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, probably lots. Probably in the archives as well, because WWE will now own everything, won't they? So they're probably in the archives for them to continue to reprint for all you FOMO modern lovers that want to get the rainbow sets of different colors. That's up to you, but it doesn't really entertain me.
No, too many. Yeah, so that's my lot, I think, Jack. Are we gonna indulge into your massive wrestling tag team collection?
I wondered where that would go in there. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All right then, Kev. So we've gone through yours. Now, just before I go on to mine, people aren't going to believe it, but whenever me and Kev go through these episodes and we try and we pick our sort of selections as to what we want to talk about, we don't generally talk about it whilst we're picking them. It's only until we've picked them and he sends all the photos over to me. So I get to see his first. Now, I don't doctor what I pick. I don't change what I pick, but it's very, very telling that only one tag team between me and you, Kev, are the same. And we've all picked completely different tag teams and completely different cards. All right.
Wow.
So some people think, well, you've done that to make the shows. Genuinely, if there was a clash, you could say, oh, I've had to swap one out. I've never had to swap one out with Kev. It's never happened. And
that's mad.
Bonker, genuinely. Yeah. When it does happen, I've got a party popper on my desk in the corner just there. The day that I'll record it and I'll pop a party popper and say, Kev, we picked the same card. Congratulations. There we go. All right. So that's just a promise to the fans that that's going to happen the day that we pick the same card and we want to talk. Right, so that's not going to happen.
Mate, we've got to have like 10 party poppers going off one episode. Get the police round. Like, what's going on with this guy?
But honestly, we just don't seem to clash. We seem to pick different things. So there we are. Oh, and another thing, I just want to put this out there. PT, if you are watching or listening, as you've said you do, I'm going to give you a code word. And the first time you hear this code word, you're going to message it to me. And I'm going to go, oh, yeah, so you do listen. Kev, pick a random word. That's the code word. Whatever word you want.
Sausages.
Right, Pete, if you're listening to this, message me the word sausage.
Wow.
Then I know that you've listened. But there we are. Right. Let's get back onto actually talking about what we're here for, which is cards.
That could have been a lot worse, couldn't it?
It could have been.
I couldn't do that to Petey. No way. Right, so let's see which ones we got then. What cards have you picked out? Tag teams. So we've got one of the same tag teams. I'm going for. Oh, it's not Nasty Boys, actually. I'm going to go Bushwhackers. But anyway, come on, let's see what we got. Oh, this is a good one.
Right. I think I'll tell you now, you're correct, Bushwhackers, but I've picked a completely different card. But that's the only tag team that we've matched on. The rest of it.
We knew it.
Right. So first of all, I love this card. I think it's an amazing card. So it's a Leaf Signature Series dual signed Nasty Boys. It's kind of in a black and white effect, and it's like the typical Leaf. It's got the cartoon kind of drawing of knobs and sacks. Um, why do I like it? It's a dual signature of the Nasty Boys, which I always think is really, really cool. I think the design's really simple. I think it's a really, really good card. And I I just think it's a nicely designed card. What I don't like about it is it's the sticker strip signatures, and
Yeah,
they're just annoying, and I think they're a bit cheap and whatever. But yeah, hey, we whatever. That's just what Leaf want to do.
we've got to accept that, isn't it? I think, yeah, without it would look a little bit better, but you've got two of the best there, haven't you? You've got your stars around it, which are like black, very black and white. I'm trying to reminds me of like 1940s America for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh,
Stars and stripes, I
yeah,
suppose, and very
yeah,
old school.
yeah, black and white
I
from sort
like
of
it.
footage and things. But to me, I just think it's a nicely designed card. But I know what people are going to say. Well, it's not really a proper it's not really a proper wrestling card because it doesn't really feature them. Well, you've got the signatures, whatever. Go from there. Um, this isn't the only Nasty Boys card I've picked, so I have picked another one.
Ooh.
So we'll move on to that one. Here we are.
Oh, wow.
So
Yes.
there's a reason why I've not cropped this properly because I want to show people that if they want to go and get the card, the sticker, sorry, they can do. So this is from the 1993 Merlin sticker set. Sticker number 373. You can see it on the back there. Why do I like it? Well, again, Nasty Boys, very similar to High Energy. They that neon color set was very good. Neon on the black, I think, was kind of their mantra. Black shades, black coats, but then it was always very colorful. And I think this card sticker, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, it's very cool, isn't it? And I think also now you're talking about this set, you've got like I think there's an IRS Undertaker. Has Bret Hart got a
Yep,
like a neon 93 sticker?
Sean as
There's some shiny Shawn Michaels. And also it relates to the German card set as well, doesn't it?
well. Yeah,
I, th-
absolutely.
I think these are a bit more standout because it's got the white on it, like the white border to everything else.
Mm.
And yeah, man, it's a great sticker, that one, isn't it?
It's
But
really
look,
good. It's not too difficult to get hold of. I mean, I don't think we've talked any value of any of our cards on this one so far. Not too difficult to get hold of, not particularly expensive. However, it is incredibly difficult to get one in good condition. I will
yeah,
say.
I see. Yeah,
Uh,
when it's well centered and
exactly.
crisp, yeah, I see.
I mean, you can even see, I'm not going to zoom in on this one too much, but even the edges of this one, you can see there's some sort of tapering where the edges aren't very good because they're
Yeah,
stickers. They're really thin, and as we saw from that pack opening, even on that 93 pack that I just opened, paper packs they get damaged really easily. It's so difficult to get a good condition sticker. It's unbelievably hard to get one that will score higher than a 7 or an 8. Very
very true.
very difficult.
Yeah.
Um,
Look, awesome signed up
Oh,
with
absolutely.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
absolutely. And they've got like a gloss shine to them as well because they're stickers. I think there's a great subset and it's a great set from that 93 set and just really
yeah.
colorful. And it works really well. Their poses are exactly how you would want them to be from their characters. Just spot on.
Amazing, mate. Good pick.
Right. Now the next one that I'm going to go to is a true, and I'm shocked you didn't do this. It's a very popular rookie set for a tag team. Think
Hmm.
of one that you got signed at WrestleCon, rookie tag team card.
God almighty. You've got me going now. You're gonna say something like the Rockers or something. Oh,
99 release.
oh, Hardy Boys.
Now, you haven't. I'm gonna blow the wrestling card world away here. You have not got the Hardy Boys rookie.
No, that there's a rookie one with Kane where he's choke slamming them. Is that the rookie one?
That's not even the rookie for the Hardy Boys. Do you want me to show you
What?
the Hardy Boys?
Go on, go on.
Rookie. I'm gonna blow your mind, Kev.
No, this is like what the Wow. They've aged well.
1978 Hardy Boys rookie
Wow.
Spanish release.
Which is Matt and which one's Jeff?
I don't know.
By the way, that looks like a Noel Edmonds on the left without a beard and Teddy Biase without a beard on the right. So a
Terrible.
TV presenter.
When I was looking on, like, I was going through eBay and seeing for the Hardy Boys cards, because I'll show you what Hardy Boys was.
Oh, mate.
Stumbled across this and
Oh,
thought, I've got to put that in. That's the true rookie for the Hardy Boys.
I want that card now. I'm
Imagine
going to get it signed. I'm going to turn on.
what the fuck is this? Yeah, go on then. Please sign it. Um,
Wow.
no, I have got
Oh,
the Hardy
yeah.
rookie. Terrible condition. The one I've got, I don't know why I didn't take a picture of the one I've got. I've got mine in the sheet. It's all still sealed in.
Yeah.
Just a great card. I mean, it's frustrating because it's a magazine card. Some people will say it's not a rookie, whatever. It's a card,
Yeah.
a first print. So, yes. So this is Kane
And
double choke slamming the Hardy Boys when they were in their really early attire of the sort of blue and yellow, sort of almost like rockers kind of get up. It was a bit of a weird finding their feet, I want to say. It didn't really work.
yeah. Like a transition from jobber to wrestler, or
Yeah,
like
you can imagine them walking into the wardrobe and going, "What can we wear?" And they're like, "I don't know, just look through the lost and found over there and pick some bits out."
yeah. Hold on a minute. I think Jeff Hardy might be about 19 on this photograph because could even be 18. Was it 95 where he debuted when he was 16?
Oh gosh.
So
Uh,
this is like got to be 97, 98. So he could even be 18 years of age, man.
Jeez. Yeah,
That is phenomenal.
wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But but again, we've got Kane with the mask on, and
Yeah.
this is sort of Raw is War. It's some sort of house show, some sort of general show that's going on. Um,
Yeah.
Nothing major, and probably a nothing card at the time. Probably more featuring Kane than
Mm.
the Hardy Boys.
Yeah.
But again, they've all got to start somewhere, and yeah, these are they're quite difficult to get these cards now. I'm finding them hard. I've still not got the complete sets
Yeah.
of.
There's some tough ones to pick up. I know, like, there's like the Ultimate Warrior ones, Triple H's early stuff.
Mm,
But then again, you always get like a mass of certain ones that you don't want. Like there's Teddy Biase in a suit,
I'm sure.
Lex Luger's tour bus. I'm like, Jesus, how
Yeah,
many more of these do I need?
some that are terrible that are just
Yeah.
made. I've got like the big, when they did those big oversized cards as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
Mankind, one of those, which I actually bought mistakenly. I bought it thinking it was a normal size card years ago because I didn't know anything about those oversized ones. And then it came in the post. I was like, what the hell is this?
Well,
And then went and looked them up and I was like, oh, and I got it really cheap. I only paid a couple of quid for it. And I was like, oh,
yeah.
that's a bargain. Well done. So I try and keep a lookout for them now. But yeah, this
Well,
one's,
I was going to say with this card, it's like as if it's showing that Kane is indestructible, and like the Hardys are just working their ass off for Kane here, making him look bigger and better than what he actually is.
well, yeah, absolutely.
Selling the shit out of everything for him.
Yeah, Kane wasn't exactly a high flyer, was he? He was a bit of a tank,
No.
so he's not really going to move around that much. So they need to bring the energy, and he just brings the power and the
Yeah.
image of being indestructible. Yeah. Um,
Great
yeah, I
card.
don't know why I didn't take a photo of my own one. I found this one on the
Mm.
internet, and this one got a big crease down.
Easier. Easier. You don't have to touch your cards then.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Right. Now I'm
In
shocked you
3D.
didn't include any Dudley Boys because I always
Yeah.
think Dudley Boys don't get enough credit for what they've achieved in their lifetime. The TNA TriStar set is an absolute sleeper of a set, and it's one I am desperate to try to finish, but I'm never going to because the autographs are horrifically difficult to complete.
Yeah.
So the TNA TriStar sets top notch in my view, and
Yeah.
I think this card's great. They're leaning to the hard cam, I think. Well, no, that wouldn't be the hard cam. That'd just be a ringside cam, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Just great. Just a great image. They've got the titles on them as well. Brilliant.
I like the outer to it, like the fence,
Mm.
because it's kind of what they had at the shows for TNA, wasn't it? The six-sided cage or whatever they call it.
Chain link or something fence, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
But it's
But I wish that ECW had these type of cards. This is what we would have got.
mm,
But TNA have done it. They've done a great job of it.
yes,
Phenomenal.
there's some great. I mean, think of all the people that are in the TNA card sets. Mind blowing, absolutely.
Yeah. As you say though, it is a sleeper set, isn't it? It's like few years' time it'll creep up upon people. It'll be like, holy crap, why didn't I buy it then?
Well, the autographs now are just absolutely bonkers. Even some of them to try
Yeah.
and get hold of, I dread to think I'm never going to get them.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them are crazy. But no, I think it's a great card. I love it. I love the border's spot on. The poses are spot on. Yeah, just a really
Yeah.
cool card. And again, showing off their personalities, that they were big, they were bolshy, they were aggressive. Yeah, really good stuff.
Class, mate. Good pick. Like that one. Who was that next? Oh, yes, Harlem Heat.
So
That
I'm
right.
continuing that trend of tag teams that didn't get enough exposure and bigger pushes and things like that. Harlem Heat, I mean,
Class, mate.
they done
Absolutely
huge
brilliant.
in WCW, and I think they when someone says to me WCW tag teams, Harlem Heat for me is up there, but when I talk to other people, they rarely mention them, and I always think that's a bit of a shame.
Yeah.
They don't tend to be high up on people's lists of great tag teams. If you were to say to someone, "Oh, give me your top 10 tag teams," Harlem Heat rarely in there, which I think is a real disservice to what they've done. And look at the careers that they've spanned from that tag team as well, as normally is the case. You get a really strong tag team, and one of them will then branch off and become phenomenal on their own. Case in
Yeah.
point, absolutely smashed it.
I think Stevie Ray, I used to love watching him in Harlem Heat. Not taking it away from Booker T, but I thought he was going to be the next big deal. Obviously, it flipped round. Booker T, Hall of Famer.
Mm,
Harlem Heat made WCW good for me. That's why I tune in to watch Harlem Heat versus the Nasties or
mm.
some of the Lucha matches. It wasn't to tune in to watch Hogan. Not saying I didn't watch Hogan or disrespect him, but it was guys that were lower down the card than Hogan that I tuned in for.
Mm. What
Great pickup, man.
these cards were 95? These main event ones?
95, yeah.
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 This was at the pinnacle of them being just amazing. And
Yeah.
just bring it again, their personas that they had outside the ring, their entrances whilst they were in the ring, doing poses like this was just, and again, just they were giving the crowd the story along with the ability to be able to wrestle the way that they did. And again, that bravado that they brought into the ring, you could say exactly the same for the physically completely different Nasty Boys. They were never
Yeah.
muscle bound, they were never athletic, but they did exactly the same. They carried that story into the ring, which was brilliant, and it sold and it worked. But yeah, again, Harlem Heat, I think they always get left out of lists, and I always think, well, they really should have a lot more exposure.
Yeah. Do you remember these cards in the UK, Jack? Because for me, it's a no.
Never.
I don't remember them.
I
But a
I
great
only
card.
discovered these really late on. Pardon me,
Yeah.
I only discovered this card set really late on, and I think it came from I saw a Macho Man card, and I thought it
Yeah.
was a subset of another set. I didn't think they were their own set, and then when I started digging around, it was that's where I went. And for any eagle-eyed viewers out there, oh sorry, it's, where do you think we got our idea for our logo from?
They stole it from us, didn't they?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Just got to move the camera around there. I think they stole it
There
from.
you go.
We were there first, I think.
Definitely.
But yeah, Harlem Heat, fantastic. Booker T, legend. Stevie Ray, legend. I think they've done really well, and they deserve more credit. Another
100% agree with you, man.
another tag team, and I think this one is my last, that again didn't get as much credit as I think they deserved.
Who we gonna guess at? Oh my god.
Oh,
Strike Force or so. Really haven't got a
right.
clue.
Of course. No. Oh, actually, that's next. We'll do that one next.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yes, sorry, I got my order mixed up slightly there. we'll come back to tag teams that didn't get enough appreciation because we know that the Hart Foundation absolutely got enough
Yeah.
credit for their thing. So let's talk through this card because this card's a bit of an odd one. Super
1987. Yeah.
1987, you could consider it the same year for the rookie for Brett and for the Hart Foundation. You could do, up to you, 87, same year. Super match cards in association with Coca-Cola. Some odd scratch game on the bottom of the card. What that has to do with the card, absolutely no idea. Do collectors pay more for the unscratched cards? Of course they do. I don't know why. The competition finished a long time ago. Why do I love this card? There's a whole set of these. How many are there? 16, something like that?
Yeah, should be.
I think they're bonkers cards. I think they're completely obscure, weird, and random. Some of them have the bottom bits ripped off because they've done the competition. Some do, some don't. And I just love the fact that there is a random person that won a competition that stood in the middle of it all.
Sure, that's not Danny Davis, the referee.
I just find
Dangerous Danny Davis.
it's a young Vince, isn't it? I find the whole thing very obscure for this card, very odd. This promotional picture was never used anywhere else, of course, because it's got random dudes stood in the middle of it. You've got Jimmy Hart in there pointing up as well. It's, to me, is just a bonkers card.
No, I don't know if that is Danny Davis, Could be Danny Davis, the referee. Like, he was like Dangerous Danny Davis. I don't know. I'll have to dig that one
I
up.
thought that was the competition winner.
I don't know. I don't think. I have to have a look now.
Hang on a minute.
Hang on a minute. Dangerous Danny Davis.
We've got
we've
got Google coming up here in a second.
Yeah, because he's a referee that was with Jimmy Hart. Got that on my screen. It's a bit blurry.
You know what? That might well be.
Yeah, because that's how they won the tag team belts. I think somehow. I think so. It's very.
Just seeing.
I don't know. It doesn't. It looks a bit like him.
How young would he have been in that picture then?
God, too young.
Right. Yeah. Let's give me a second, and I'm going to bring a picture of Danny Davis in.
Right, here we go.
Where are we? Danny Davis. Right, I don't know if I can. I'll share. Let me close that down for a second, and I'm going to stop share. I'm just going to flip my screen over for a second. Right.
Okay.
Should be seeing.
No. And action.
Nothing at all.
Jack has started screen sharing. Right, okay.
There we go.
Or it could be Danny Davis.
What are we saying, everyone?
Oh, I have to read the back now.
What do we think? It's a close match. It's a close fit. I mean, I'm leaning to thinking that that's for you. You're right there. I always thought, and I must have been told this, that was the competition winner for this, something that was entered, and that's why he's there.
Maybe.
Right. Comments below that. Is that Danny Davis on the Supermatch card, Coca-Cola 1987 Hart Foundation scratch?
Oh, I think it is, because I've just typed it in on eBay. Sorry, I'll read it what it says.
Yeah.
The Hart Foundation, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, and Brett, which has got Brett Double T. Brett Hitman Hart are the backbone of the WWF Tag Team Champions Hart Foundation. Together with their manager, Jimmy Mouth of the South Hart, they have compiled an amazing record of one-sided victories. The formula for success is obvious, combining the immense strength and skill of Neidhart and the cat-like speed and technique of Hart. The Anvil batters them and the Hitman pins them. Now with a recent addition of referee gone bad, Danny Davis.
Oh, there it is.
Which is more like a fearsome foursome.
There it is. Why is he in a leather jacket then? I thought it was always some random bloke that just won. How long is he there?
It got me thinking. You know why? Because I was watching a match with the Bulldogs recently, and I hadn't seen a match before where the Bulldogs, I think, lose a title to the Hearts. Well, I haven't seen it in a long time, and it's Danny Davis that fiddled the Bulldogs out of a tag belt.
Well, that's not really working with the Hart Foundation if he's working against the Bulldogs. But hey, nonetheless, let's not go into that.
Yeah,
Wow, well,
yeah,
we learn something new every day, folks. I always thought that was just some random competition winner, and that's why Brett was looking so sour because I thought he's probably all got studied next to
yeah,
you know. That's what I always thought.
yeah.
Well, there we go. There's
It
now even more at the
must
top of
be him.
this card because I've learned something today.
There you go. But
Uh,
it doesn't look like Danny Davis. It doesn't look
is
like
he a leather
the
jacket?
normal poser.
Why is he not in a referee outfit? Why would he be in it? Maybe that's I don't know. Maybe that's the Hart Foundation jacket they've stuck on him and then realized he can't see it because it's on the back or so. I don't blooming well. They didn't have jackets,
Yeah.
did they? Oh dear.
No.
Right. Let's just move on to the next one and just get ourselves.
Nice card though. Really is a nice card.
Yeah.
Oh,
So here we are. This was the card
yeah.
for the Bushwhackers. You had Bushwhackers. I picked this one. I'm
Yeah.
probably going to say exactly the same things about this as I said about your one. The characters they're portraying, pulling funny faces, being the clowns, being the baby faces. I think smashed it. I think works really well.
Yeah. Yeah. I think also with Action Pack now being back with, is it the Chronicles lot?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Great addition as well. Yeah, that's come back out of nowhere, hasn't it?
Mm. Well, I
I'm
think
seeing some good ones of that.
yeah. I mean, I think Action Pack 94 is always going to be my favorite set. I think it's one of the best sets wrestling cards that have ever
Yeah.
been produced. I don't think there's ever a set. I've never seen a set that surpasses it. Even the 95 set, I don't think is as good.
Hmm.
But for me, yeah, 94 is a fantastic set, and I think there's a great history behind that set as well. And there's some great
I love the Andre card from that set, the
oh,
94. It's
brilliant.
just,
There's not many in
and
there
it,
that aren't great, to be honest.
yeah, yeah. There's so many greats. Yeah, you're right, man.
But yeah,
Bushwhackers, though, this was like the last run for them, was it 95, 96?
what
Shortly after.
what was the rumble where one of them goes in and is out within like 4 seconds?
That could be that's like 91, something like that. It's 90, no, it was not 92. I've seen 92 that many times I could do the commentary for it.
I think I can't remember what rumble it was, but for some reason that always sticks in my head whenever I talk about bushwhackers. One of them comes in doing the arms, gets chucked out,
Yeah.
doing the arm. It's brilliant.
Brilliant.
Works great.
So
Why are
good.
they on a boat? What I don't understand why they're on a boat.
They're probably not. They're probably out shopping. The Bushwhackers.
They're doing what they
Yeah.
want. Yeah. Yeah, weird card, as in, they're doing weird poses, weird, they've got these lifesaver jackets on. But every card out of that action pack set I love and I adore. And I think for a tag team card that has both of the tag teams on, fantastic. Love it. I think it's really good.
Yeah. I like the Bushwhackers autograph, if you like, as a one.
Mm,
So you got Luke plus Butch, Bushwhackers.
yeah.
Different. Like that.
So who do you think's writing Bushwhackers then? If they're both,
That's
if
the
one side
question.
Luke and one side, I would say Butch because look, they've kind of like looped into the H of Butch. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, possibly, or maybe
Mm,
one of them just signs both, all of them. Maybe I don't know.
yeah. Yeah.
Let's go look at the
Good
Hasbro's.
though.
They've signed the Hasbro's and see what's happening there.
Right,
Yeah, it's a great card. Anyone that's wanting to get into cards, go look up Action Pack 94 tops. Fantastic set, brilliant set.
Amazing stuff, man. Is that
Um,
everything? Is that your whole
no,
pick for the
one
tag
more. So
teams?
going. So this,
Oh,
the last one I've got is again another tag team that I don't think gets enough recognition for what they
oof.
did. This is
Doom.
this is Doom on the WCW Championship Marketing 1991 set with Teddy Long. So you got Ron Simmons and Farouk. Well, what was to then
Yeah.
what then turns into be Farouk and Teddy Long in the middle.
Yeah.
They just don't get the credit that I think they deserve.
Yeah.
Um,
Butch Reed, yeah.
that's it, Butch Reed.
Yeah, natural Butch Reed, yeah.
How I can't remember how many times they held the tag team championship titles, but they held multiple times.
Yeah.
Um,
Ron Simmons, I think, was the first black American champion.
wow.
I think so. It's like 92, and how it doesn't get recognized, it's It's quite bizarre, isn't it?
It always frustrates me that they, Farouk was always, by the time he'd come through to the WWF, he was just naturally plastered as a heel, and that was it. Never
Yeah,
anything further from there. Um,
so good.
I always disliked. I'll choose my words carefully here. I disliked how they made the Nation of Domination a heel group. I
Yeah,
I never liked that angle, and I always wondered why they did it, um, because it just put hate towards the
people.
whole group for no reason.
Yeah,
And when they started to break away, and you had The Rock breaking away, and then they had beef with Ahmed, and then who else did they have? Was it Savio Vega split away, and then they started hunting him
yeah,
down at one point? It was just a silly. I never liked the angle, and for that to be kind of almost the shining point of Farouk's career, I no this
no.
this this was when he was at,
Yeah, this is class. Yeah.
and
And when he got with JBL,
oh, yeah,
APA,
yeah,
oof,
that was brutal. Yeah.
amazing. That was like a last thank you to for me from WWE.
Mm,
Should have been a good guy from the start, as you say. Would
yeah.
have been a lot better, wouldn't it? Yeah.
But great. I mean, we've got two awesome figures from the Galoob line out of these two as well, which I think are really, really
Yeah.
good figures. Um, and again, they were really, really tough workers as well. They really knew their craft, and they were good at it. Um,
Yeah.
just don't get the credit that they deserve. And this championship marketing set, um, I would
Great
say
set.
it's another sleeper set. People sleep on this one. They don't go through this one. There are some absolutely fantastic cards in that set. Um, Sid in the Iron Maiden thing as well, like the torture device. What a card, amazing.
Tony Schiavone.
Boom, what a card. Stood outside a random block of flats.
Yeah.
What a card. And that's got the Heyman one in as well, in the pink jacket.
Oh, Heyman, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
So
great.
it's a sleeper set. I would absolutely say go find it, go buy it. If anyone's listening to this in the next few weeks, I do have a set for sale. Come and have a set.
Oh,
I
there you go.
a full set for sale.
Yeah,
Um,
brilliant.
but there we go. That's all of mine. That's it. That's all.
Oh, so right. So I was thinking now, like, who have we missed? Who could we add? Like, who would you add, wrestling fans?
Oh yeah. Who did we miss?
Bet you someone's watching this shouting, you haven't included Legion of Doom.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's a bad
You-
point. We haven't.
the the Rockers.
The
Who
Rocket.
else?
Yeah, Midnight Express.
The
Uh,
Beverly Brothers. Oh,
Lee Brothers. Uh, Joe Brothers.
well,
Bodies.
well done.
Yeah, we could have had
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Some
But we're
what's that?
probably missing like a big one.
There's a sticker set with the Heavenly Bodies in, which it's one of those sticker sets that's got like the four-way stickers, and one of them is literally half a shin. It's one of the
Yeah.
stickers that exists ever.
Is it like the 94 sticker set,
It's
the Undertaker album?
such a bad sticker. It
Yeah.
always been one of those things.
Yeah.
Those have we got?
Brilliant.
Two
Yeah.
Towers. Missed out Two Towers. Didn't
Oh,
have those.
yeah, Twin Tower. Any WCW guys? Austin and Pillman. Oh,
Oh,
what are they called? Can't think of the name.
Hollywood Blondes.
Jesus. Hollywood Blondes. Why did it come to me?
Yeah, it's another one with
Yeah.
Rock and Sock Connection.
Rock and Sock Connection.
Yeah.
Probably a million and one guys. The New Day.
We could actually do another episode, I think, on tag teams. I think
Yeah,
we're probably
maybe.
not doing this justice by listing all the ones we didn't
Yeah.
include.
I wouldn't. Yeah, people out with
Here's
the.
what we missed because we weren't that good at it. And we'll
Yeah.
do a second. In fact, we'd probably give
Yeah.
it a bump. So I think we should come back and do a second episode. There's loads that we've missed. Loads.
Definitely. Definitely. But we've covered quite a few.
Yeah.
I wonder what like the highest selling or the rarest wrestling tag team card is. Unsigned, of course, just a
Yeah.
general.
I don't think there are many. It's got to be one of the
No.
moderns, isn't it? Like a one of one,
Yeah.
something like that. Because I
Mm,
don't think of any tag team cards that are really, really sought after from vintage. you know, pre 2000, 2002, pre that level. I can't think of any that are really, really difficult to get that aren't signed cards. They're all pretty
Yeah.
common.
Yeah. A lot of base, isn't there? Yeah.
Yeah, loads of base cards that are like that. Yeah, I can't think of any really.
I was going to say, as the 1982 All Star set got tag teams in, I don't think it has.
Don't
So
think.
it's like a single wrestler, isn't it? And
Yeah, well, the pictures were always really up close, weren't they? They
yeah,
weren't like long
mm,
shots. They were always up close of the face in the '82 set.
yeah, it's like
Um,
a family album, isn't it?
Almost. Yeah, I know what you mean.
School shot. Here you go.
Yeah. Cool. Well, there we go.
Yeah,
That's
that's
tag
it.
teams from Submit Wrestling Cards episode 1, because I think we will revisit this because we've realized that we've missed loads. As always, what was your guys' favorites? Let us know in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the pack opening. I know I did. And then Kev, what did you think?
Amazing. Loved it.
Yeah,
We'll have to do it next time.
cool. I'll try and fiddle with the settings, see if I can get a better quality on the camera. But yeah, it looks like we can do that again. So yeah, there we are. There is another episode done and dusted, ticked off the list. Any parting words from you, Kev?
Enjoy yourselves, keep collecting, and have fun. Any questions? Anything you want to know? Get on the Summit Wrestling Cards page, Facebook, Twitter, and have some fun with it all. Because that's what we're here for.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Kev.
There we go.
Right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for your time. Truly, truly, we do appreciate the time that you spend listening to us talk about pieces of paper. Thank you so much. And yeah, just like Kev said, Twitter, Facebook, come find us, have a chat with us. Always want to engage with everybody and the whole community that collects wrestling cards and stickers. Fantastic. Thank you very much.